The 6-game road trip concludes today here at Hammons Field in Springfield. We get you ready for it with another episode of Riders on Deck. I'm Ryan Rillard. He's Nathan Barnett. And the Riders coming off another tough loss. Nathan, they had a 4-0 lead going into the 8th inning yesterday, a 4-run 8th, and a walk-off on an error in the 9th last night. A tough one, it seemed like, especially because this team was that close to finally breaking through.
Yeah, I think not only the toughest loss of the road trip, maybe the toughest loss of the year, largest deficit that an opponent has overcome. And really, it's been a lot of really tough losses for the RoughRiders. 0-5 on the trip, but in 3 of those games they've led. In another, it was tied in the 8th, and they've lost all 5 games by 2 runs or fewer. Only a combined 9 runs have separated the Riders and their opponents over these 5 games. It's been a lot of really heart-wrenching losses for the club during this trip.
They are still in first place. That's the good news, but they've got some work to do. The good news around here, besides being in first place, is Ronald Guzman is still doing his thing. Now, a 9-game hitting streak. He did it with authority last night. 2 home runs, 1 to left, 1 to right. They were both towering shots. 9-game hitting streak, and boy, he just continues to be fun to watch.
Yeah, and of the 9 games, he's got 16 base hits and 9 extra base hits during the hitting streak. He's batting .471. It's not a cheap hitting streak by any stretch of the imagination. And he, like you said, he's hitting the ball with authority. This is no fluke that he's strung together what he's doing right now. And really, it's a microcosm for what he's done all year. I mean, he's up amongst the league leaders now in batting average, and the way he's swinging the bat, you wouldn't be surprised to see him up near the top in slugging percentage very soon as well. I mean, he's having a spectacular year offensively and defensively, playing maybe the best first base that we've seen anyone play in the league as well.
Yeah, it comes at a time when a lot of guys in the lineup are struggling, but Guzman has been that consistent force all year long. We've seen some great pitching on this trip as well. Another good start from Reed Garrett last night. Today we get the second look at Luis Ortiz, coming off a very good outing, his first time out. What do you expect from him here in round 2 today?
Well, it'll be interesting to see because it's going to be, I'm sure, a little bit different physiologically for him. Maybe a little bit less emotion, a little bit less amped upness, pitching in front of a huge home crowd, making your AA debut. I'm very interested to see what he can do his second time out. Now, he's been tremendous all year long, whether it's here or in Round Rock, so I think we should expect good things out of Luis Ortiz today, but it will be intriguing to watch. This is a lineup that is pretty smart. They're pretty disciplined. They really work counts. And this has been a very deep group that we've seen here during this trip as well. But Luis Ortiz has pretty much mowed down everyone he's seen this year. And in his first AA start, he hardly broke a sweat, allowing, I think, 1 man into scoring position. That wasn't until late in the game. All the hits he gave up were singles. I mean, he was dominant. So it'll be fun to watch, and hopefully he's the guy that can break the losing streak here today.
Got to be feeling good with Ortiz on the mound, although he'd be just one of many starters to turn in a good start on this road trip. 1-5 would feel a lot better than 0-6 on the way back, and the Riders try to get the finale here in Springfield. A 2:10 first pitch. We take the air at 1:35. But for Nathan Barnett, I'm Ryan Rillard signing off for now. That'll do it for another episode of Riders on Deck here on Riders TV.